Hi everyone and welcome back to My at Silk. Today I'm doing the 10-minute drawing challenge and I have all my supplies here ready. I have my sketchbook, I have a Steadtler Noris HB2 graphite pencil, and as most of you probably know, I normally use a coloured pencil for sketching, but they're not showing up so well on camera, and because I'm doing most of this drawing just with this pencil, I want to make sure that you guys can see it really properly, so I'm using a dark graphite pencil. I have a rubber and I have a mulberry Promarker, which is this nice pink colour, and my plan is to do a graphite sketch with a pop of colour for my 10-minute drawing. That's the plan anyway. And I also have my iPod here that has the stopwatch app ready to go. So I'm all ready here, and the only other thing to mention before I press play is that the camera can only record 9 minutes of footage at a time, so I will be pressing stop about halfway through and then pressing play on the camera again. Okay, so now I'm ready to start, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, start. Okay, so I kind of know what it is that I want to draw, because I think with this sort of challenge, it's I think it's kind of important that you have some idea, at least a little idea of what you're going to draw. Otherwise, you know, it could be even harder than it already is. I mean, for me, this challenge, out of all the challenges that are out there on YouTube, this was the challenge that I was the least anxious to do. That and the blindfold challenge. I don't think I can do the blindfold challenge, but this challenge, just because I spend a lot of time drawing and rubbing. I spend a lot of time rubbing out and sort of doing things like that. So the idea of only having 10 minutes to do a complete drawing is pretty hard for me. Trying to think of words to say whilst drawing is also quite difficult. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, on YouTube, I watch other people's 10-minute challenges and they're all so good at them. I mean, I was watching Juicy Ink's 10-minute challenge and Love Teacup Kisses, and they managed to do entire pieces with colouring and everything, and I was just like, that's so incredible. But they're really practiced, and they can draw very quickly, and I just not sure I can do that, not yet anyway. So I decided to keep this piece quite simple in terms of what I was doing, and I was kind of going to draw a face, which would be sort of the go-to thing to draw, but I kind of felt that everyone draws faces when they do this challenge, so I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different, and so what I'm doing is a genie coming out of a sort of elaborate vase type thing, and I'm just about to draw the genie. So I find it a bit odd that I'm drawing a genie, just because it's sort of fall and winter, and you know that Christmas is going to be coming up soon, and it just feels like the wrong time of year to be drawing genies. I just feel that I don't know why, but I don't know, it's just, I thought it was a bit strange that in the middle of all the holiday stuff that I'm doing and drawing and that's around, that I decide I'm going to draw a genie coming out of a bottle. But yep, that's what I've decided to draw. I think the reason why I'm drawing this is mostly because I was watching what was I watching? Looney Tunes with my family a couple of days ago when I decided to do this challenge, and I was kind of thinking about what I should draw. And we were watching an episode where Bugs Bunny pretends to be a genie in a bottle, so I was like, oh, that's nice, I want to draw a genie. And my idea with this is to draw the genie at the point where, this is a girl genie, but at the point where she's coming out of the bottle and she hasn't sort of materialised completely. So she may actually sort of turn into a human. I mean, if you've ever watched a movie with a genie in it, then often they come out of the bottle as smoke, and then turn into a girl or a man or, you know, whatever. So this is the genie still in vapor form, if that makes sense. Do a bit of smudging down here, and also to make this challenge a little bit easier for me, I decided to just use one pencil and just to sort of shade and do everything with one pencil. I just felt that it would be simpler and just a little less stressful, because trying to draw something within 10 minutes is, as I said, it's kind of hard for me, so I didn't want to overdo this whole thing. And this pencil is really good for smudging and stuff. So now I need to add the little bits of highlight here, so I'm going to add the Promarker, get the colour down, and then I'm going to go back in and do a bit more shading. Just want to get the colour down before I run too far, you know, before the time runs out or gets too far along. This is a really vibrant pink. I'm not sure how well it is showing up on camera. Sometimes my camera has problems picking up certain colours. I'm sure if any of you guys have a camera, you may have the same sort of thing. This isn't an expensive, a fancy expensive camera, so it can't film some reds at all. It just will not focus at all. So I have to be a bit careful sometimes with the colours I'm using. Okay, and now I want to start doing some shading. I don't know, maybe I should do the genie in the purple. A bit difficult, isn't it? Maybe she could have like a... Yeah, so I think I'm going to give her, like in Aladdin, the genie has sort of shackles on his wrists. I guess because he's a slave of the lamp, so I'll give her sort of a choker necklace and some genie shackles. It's a bit mean, really, but just to make sure that this graphite is smudged everywhere. Minutes. Anyway. I don't usually do graphite on a whole. Actually, as I'm doing this now, I was just kind of thinking that it would be nice to do a proper graphite piece. You know, one where I don't have 10 minutes, but you know, a proper piece. And I know some YouTubers, they do these sort of realism challenges with graphite. I don't want to do a realism challenge, but just to use graphite as the art medium. I haven't really done that before, so that would probably be quite fun to do. Okay. Yeah, the camera is probably about to run out of its filming time, so I'm gonna, as soon as it gets to 8 minutes, I'm going to press stop and then redo the camera. I don't know, maybe it needs some little, because there is some sort of swirling motion. She is sort of, should probably smear the outline a little bit more because the genie is mostly vapor. Now, as I said, even though this pencil, it smears. Oh, okay, just a second. I better stop this here and start again. Okay, so as I was just saying, the pencil, it smears really nicely, but it's a very hard lead. It's not one of those special soft lead pencil. This is just like a normal. This is kind of like a school supply, but it's a good pencil, but it's the sort of thing that I used when I was doing school and things like that. So and you know, I use this kind of type of pencil for writing a lot, you know, making lists and things. So I'm not quite sure if you'd call it an art pencil. It's not a special graphite smearing soft pencil either, so just outline that a little bit better, I think. I almost want to give her eyeshadow. Okay, that probably looks a bit weird. Anyway. And I guess the genie's happy because she's been set free. Okay, we're coming up to the very last little bit here. Less than a minute. Is there anywhere else I want to add any shading? 20 seconds. It's funny how quickly 10 minutes pass. It sounds like a long time, except when you're doing it and you realise it's actually hardly any time at all. Stop. Yeah. Okay, so that's it. That is what I could achieve in 10 minutes, just using a pencil and a Promarker. It's not a masterpiece by any means. 10 minutes and 1 second, which is good. And I could have picked some markers and coloured it, but I really like the piece and the composition of it, and I might like to take this piece and maybe redraw it and colour it properly or do something like that. But yes, that's my 10-minute drawing, and yeah, graphite is very messy. So this is not, I kind of feel a bit torn about this piece looking at it, because I can see all the other 10-minute challenges online, all the other artists, and they do incredible pieces in 10 minutes, and this just looks nothing like theirs. I mean, not that you should compare yourself with other people, but I kind of feel a bit like, oh, theirs are so good and this one looks sort of really sketchy. Anyway, but that is it, and that's what I've managed to achieve. Maybe I'll do this again like in a year's time and redraw it and see if I can do more in 10 minutes than I've done here. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you've done this challenge, or you'd like to do this challenge, or you have some thoughts on this challenge, please leave me a comment down below. I always read the comments and I enjoy interacting with you guys. So I hope you have a wonderful creative week, and I will see you next time.